Hey Ross, is it okay if I ask you a couple questions real quick?
Let's do it.
Sweet. So the first one is, what is it about Evermore that interested you? What is unique about this place?
Well, it's kind of a misleading thing, but I'm a giant nerd.
Okay.
And so I played D&D and Hero Quest and Warhammer since I was about 12. And so I met Ken back in, I want to say 2017. I had a kind of tech sensor project I was working on that I actually wanted to put in the park. I'd come across them at FanX. I'd seen their booth. I was like, holy crap, where is it? When? Kind of like everyone. And I was here on opening night. And so it was kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, my son is actually here. He's my team player. And so I'd been coming to the park for quite some time, and it always struggled, right? And then in 2021, I get reconnected with Ken about trying to help the park, and I actually joined the management board. And so I've actually been on the board since 2021. So behind the scenes, kind of trying to help navigate a lot of things. So what's not to love about the park? Ultimately, that's it. I was like, why would I not, want this to work?
That's awesome. So. Is there anything in your time on the management board till now that you've been trying to influence the change, or that you feel like you have influenced the change?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so much to do, right? There's always been so much to do, and really, it's not a lack of ability of the team; it's overwhelm, right? I mean, I can point out, I showed up one day and started laying the ADA path to the train station, and Ken's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Okay, man, it needed done."
Yeah.
And so it was more, I was just there for the nudge, and things started to happen. Like the reason the battlefield moved is I showed up one day and to the groundskeeper, and I was like, "You're going to clear all this, and we're going to not have this overgrown." And he literally couldn't see the forest for the trees, because again, it's he obsesses over this place. He's put everything he has into this, and so I mean, I'd love to say I'm special. I'd love to say I'm the guy. No, I just showed up when other people wouldn't, right?
Gotcha.
And and it's just trying to nudge the park to be what everyone knows it can become, and because people are hard on this place. It's I've seen the videos, I've seen the YouTube, right? It's mean, right? This park is not about being mean. This park is actually supposed to be an escape from that. But we're going to have Revenge of the Nerds come in. It doesn't work for me, right?
Gotcha.
This is not a walled secret garden. This is a place where people get to forget that outside. As imperfect as it is, as imperfect as we all are, what I saw was a man who was willing to put it all on the line for something he believed in, and I just wanted to help.
Cool. What do you see as the ideal Evermore? If you could have a picture of what it would be if it was perfect.
I already have a picture of it. It's called the original plans.
Yeah. What's different about the original plans from how it is now?
I think the biggest thing is just, obviously this was such a financial undertaking. The way the construction took place wasn't ideal. So rather than finishing a section and moving on, and then finishing the section and moving on, the subs kind of went, "We're doing all the electrical," and they just went out, right, and did it all at once. But that resulted in a lot of expense with very little finish work. And so the vision for me is I saw the plans, and it was originally called Evermore Gardens. It's on the plans. My vision for the park is open doors, right? The amount of people that walk into that tavern to do the Christmas adventure and are like, "Holy crap, this is incredible." They've never stepped foot in the park.
Yeah.
Right? Because hey, it's a D&D place. Oh, it's for LARPing. Oh, it's for cosplay. Oh, it's just a cool place. It's actually a European hamlet. If you ever read the original Evermore site, it's a European hamlet. There's fantasy here and there's magic here. And I just want to restore that, right? I want it to be open during the day in the summer, right? If we can get things to a place where that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I'd love to get some of the gardens finished. We're going to kind of dig in on what the original Evermore storyline was, some of the original cast, characters, and try and build that out without it overwhelming.
Okay.
this place is like you shouldn't have to walk in and the first thing you're confronted with is actors. If you're not used to that experience, people run away.
Gotcha. So
Explore it yourself.
your ideal Evermore, or at least the vision you have in your mind, is less actors.
No, it's more immersive experiences. Actors have historically been here to distract from the things that aren't finished.
Oh, okay.
If I'm talking to you, I'm not seeing the unfinished pile of dirt.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right, and so they've become a big part of set dressing, you know, just to try and create that immersive experience. So it's more of a balance, you know. It's more of the ability to go and explore at your own leisure without forcing a story through. Go talk to this character, this character, this character. We're actually working on with a local group on an augmented reality app for the park.
Okay.
That you can just go and explore without ever having to talk. So there's something for everyone. You want to go talk and interact, go do that. If you want to walk around and just kind of experience it at your own pace, you can also do that.
Gotcha. But it sounds like questing will still have a role, even if it looks different from how it is now.
I mean, again, it's not Evermore without it.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I think it's everyone did the best they could with what was available, and I think it's, and again, like I straddle both worlds, right? I've played RPGs since I was a year older than him,
Yeah.
right? And but I also, you know, I've developed my own game. It's a simplified D&D, and it's a bridge game, is to get people in, because hey, come play D&D. Oh
Yeah.
crap! I don't
Not
have
as accessible.
I don't have. What are these 7 dice and what are, you know? I'm like, no, I can teach you the rules in 5 minutes. We can be playing in 10. We use 6-sided dice. It's an hour long.
Gotcha.
Right? To break down barriers and to let people realize, like, hey, you grew up with a great imagination. You grew up like telling stories. At some point, you left that behind, and you don't have to. Like, you can come in here and participate in the story. You can quest and do your own story, or you can just come hang out with your family and just make your own memories. And I think that for me is, it creates a broader reach, it's more accessible. And I'm going to get on my soapbox for just 1 minute, right? Everybody goes on, especially in this community, like the kind of gamer community, about diversity, equity, inclusion. We are the least inclusive people if you don't play our games. That doesn't work for me. No. I want the mum with 3 kids to show up and be like, crap. But also want the hardcore gamers to come in and be like, that's awesome, they're here. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe we build bridges, right? Maybe it's less polarizing. You know, it's like, everyone enjoys a good Ren fair. I don't care who you are, right? Everyone enjoys Halloween. Everyone enjoys Christmas. And so, the vision for the park is just much more inclusive.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you mentioned spending time with your family. I have already stolen more time than I intended to, so.
You're good. He's here to help me. I'm working.
Okay, awesome.
No.
Thank you for helping. The last question I'll ask just before I give you your time back is, how do you think things are going with allowing people to come in for free?
Really well. Like, honestly, it's been so fun to look at people that have never been in this place before, to wander around and have a sense of wonder. I know there's a lot of stress about finances. You're like, what the? But it's a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
This is not exclusively about this season. This is about next season. This is about, wow, remember when we went to that place for Christmas? They're open again for summer and spring.
Yeah.
You know, and the park feels good. You know, to me it feels like it's supposed to. I mean, we've got people in full Dickens.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, costumes walking past us, but then we've got the regular families there, and you know, I think there's definitely been some pushback. We've had some unfriendly reviews, but this is what it was always supposed to be.
What were the unfriendly reviews like? What type of things did they bring up?
Not enough fantasy, and it's from
Okay.
hardcore attendees. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I mean, call me crazy, but a fat man in a red suit who flies through the sky on reindeers and hangs out with elves, that's pretty magical to me. I feel like we're doing okay
Yeah.
there. But I'm okay with that, right? I'm okay with that, because they'll learn. It's like, that's the problem. It's not what I want. right, but this is bigger than you. Please come enjoy the park, have a blast, but don't turn your nose up at people who are here just with their kids, like trying to enjoy the magic of Christmas.
Gotcha.
So
So there isn't a huge fear there that people are coming and having like a bad experience and then they won't come back again?
Not particularly. So the issue has always been you charge a premium. Like historically, you know, a combo pass is $42.
Yeah.
We're halfway to a lagoon ticket,
Yeah.
right? This is not lagoon.
Yeah.
So the expectation of cost and value is a finished park with more going on,
Yeah.
right? That's where a lot of our disappointment has come from. There's been a build-up, there's been an expectation, there's been no word of mouth. The amount of people that live in Pleasant Grove and Saratoga who've never been here and don't know what it is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Whereas now, you've zero expectation. Come in for free. You can get mad at me, but you didn't pay.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you show up here and you buy hot chocolate, you sit by a fire with your friends and family, and that's your memory, that is amazing. Right? We are not here to turn you upside down for dollars. We're here to help you make some memories that you wouldn't be able to make otherwise. And I think if you focus on the guest and you really focus on giving them those magic moments without expectation, there's no dollars involved in you coming in. There's no requirement for a review. There's no conditions for coming in anymore, other than, hey, I actually did get another email, which is great feedback, and it was because our train's broken. You know, and they're like, hey, the lines were really long, and I'm like, I know, we had a power issue, but they were super nice, right? It's like, give me feedback. We welcome feedback if it's constructive.
Gotcha.
If you're having a rage fit because you didn't get what you wanted, well, I'm sorry, but you know. So yeah, no, I think it's going well. I mean, I can't please everyone all the time, but by and large, the people I've spoken to, and I've spoken to dozens of people, you know, midway through the park and as they've left and afterwards, and it's the number one thing is, wow, I had no idea, that was awesome, I would come back.
That's good.
Right? That's people who, you know, they're going to talk about it, which is the point.
Sweet.
So.
Well, thank you again so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Sorry it took a little longer than I intended.
No, you're good. I mean, we've got music, you know, we've got some great lighting. So
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun, right? I mean, it's a ton of work. I'm not gonna lie, it's a huge amount of work, and I know people beat Ken up, right? And everyone's, if you want to be mean to me, I don't care. No, I'm serious. I'm like, this guy has put everything he has. He is not some rich billionaire like that hates everyone. He has put everything he has into this place. So if you want to give somebody a hard time, bring it to me. I don't care, right? Because I'm here. I'm not paid, right? I got the call and said yes. That's why I'm here. 4 days before things got really, really bad, I got a call and I'm like, okay. That's an awkward. You want an awkward conversation with your wife? That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, I know I have a job and I have a business and I've got a ton going on, but what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Right? And I had 30 minutes to make the decision.
Wow.
Right?
Well, thanks for keeping it around. I know there was talk that it might not even be, so.
No, and again, I think I'm actually looking forward to we'll close at the end of Aurora.
Yeah.
But it's to rehab the park, right? You know, the buildings need some love. You know, we've got a lot of kind of heavier landscaping to get figured out. And the goal is, you'll see some pretty radical change come Mythos, and we're going to do it differently.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm not going to give too much away. But
Okay.
But it will feel very, very different. It will still be Mythos, but I think I don't think people will be mad.
And it'll be a similar time of year, like this summer coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this is.
There's the riff right there.
All things going well, we're going to open during the day in May.
Okay.
So we'll open probably from noon till probably 9 o'clock at night.
Okay, yeah, that'll be different.
And again, just to let people come in, shop with your kids that are out of school, hang out with your family.
Yeah.
We'll try and have some activities during the day. There'll be little pops of fantasy here and there. We won't have any actors during the day, but we may have some performers show up. But it's just, come enjoy the park. It's here, right? And we'll have some concessions open, and we have a lot of people that are women for private events as well. So yeah, it'll probably open May, and then we'll get really Mythos will get into more full swing, kind of midsummer.
Cool.
So it's fun. No, I mean it's gonna be a fun project.
Yeah, I look forward to it. And again, I'll actually for real this time let you have your time.
You're great.
Thank you again so much, and have a good night.
Okay.